Hey there, and welcome back to our channel. If you've ever wondered about the complexities of data and why it can sometimes feel like you're drowning in a sea of information, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into a fascinating concept known as the curse of dimensionality. This term might sound a bit intimidating, but don't worry. By the end of this video, you'll understand what it means and why it matters. So, let's get started. But first, let me ask you a question. Have you ever tried to find your way through a crowded room or a maze? How difficult it is often depends on how many paths you can take, right? Well, in the world of data science and machine learning, we face a similar problem when dealing with high-dimensional data. So, what exactly is the curse of dimensionality, and how does it impact our understanding of data? The curse of dimensionality refers to the various phenomena that arise when analyzing and organizing data in high-dimensional spaces. As the number of dimensions increases, the volume of the space increases exponentially. This leads to several issues that can make machine learning and data analysis much more complex than we might expect. Let's break it down with an example. Imagine you're a real estate agent trying to sell houses. You typically consider a few important features: the size of the house, the number of bedrooms, and the location. In this three-dimensional space, you can visualize how these factors interact and influence the price of a home. Now, what if you wanted to add more features? Maybe you want to consider the age of the house, the number of bathrooms, the type of heating, and even the school district ratings. Suddenly, you're in a 10-dimensional space. Each new feature adds another dimension, and as you can imagine, the data points you have to work with become sparse. The more dimensions you add, the more data you need to fill that space adequately. Why does this matter? Well, let's say you're trying to build a predictive model using machine learning. In low dimensions, it's easier to find patterns and relationships between your data points. But as you add dimensions, you need exponentially more data to get reliable results. If you don't have enough data in these higher dimensions, your model might struggle to generalize, leading to overfitting. This is when your model becomes too tailored to the training data and performs poorly on new, unseen data. Here's some data to illustrate this. A study by the University of California, Berkeley, found that in a 10-dimensional space, you would need over 1 million samples to maintain a reasonable level of accuracy in a predictive model. Now imagine trying to gather that much data. It's not just challenging, it's often impossible. Another great example comes from the world of image recognition. When we analyze images, each pixel can be considered a dimension. A standard image that is 100 pixels by 100 pixels has 10,000 dimensions. For a machine learning model trained to recognize images, the sheer volume of data required to train accurately can quickly become overwhelming. This is one reason why deep learning, which often works with high-dimensional data, requires massive datasets and powerful computing resources. So, what can we do to combat the curse of dimensionality? Luckily, there are several techniques that data scientists and machine learning practitioners use. One of the most common methods is dimensionality reduction. This involves techniques like principal component analysis or T-distributed stochastic neighbor embedding, which help reduce the number of dimensions while preserving as much information as possible. By simplifying our data, we can make it easier to visualize and analyze, improving our model's performance. Another strategy is feature selection, where we choose only the most relevant features for our analysis, discarding the less important ones. This can lead to more efficient models that require less data and are easier to interpret. To summarize, the curse of dimensionality highlights the challenges that arise when working with high-dimensional data, including data sparsity and the risk of overfitting. By understanding this concept and employing techniques like dimensionality reduction and feature selection, we can make our data analysis and machine learning models more effective. If you found this video helpful and want to learn more about data science concepts, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Also, feel free to leave a comment below with any questions or topics you'd like us to cover in future videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.